Hi everybody. So I've been watching a lot of videos on study tips, and I've gotten an inspiration to make a video of my own since I've spent a lot of time in school throughout my entire life. So basically, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm a little nervous right now. I haven't done videos in a long time, and I'll try to make this entertaining as well as informing. Basically, when it comes to studying for high school and college, my strategy is to start out with the exam. And basically, it's all about the test. If you know what the test is going to be, then you'll do fine on the test. When you're in college, you have a lot more tools at your disposal to succeed academically than you do in high school. I found it a lot easier to study in college because I lived in the dorms for the first year or two, and we had access to the old exams. You could talk to people, find out which teachers were harder, which teachers were easier. You had tutors. I mean, there's a lot at your disposal, and it was almost, for me, going back to school and using the tutor and using all the tools I had at my disposal, it was almost like shooting fish in a barrel. I got straight A's in my second go around, and it was a lot easier for me going back to school than the first time, where I felt like I was very immature and I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, high school, you don't have those tools. You don't have as many tools available. I mean, I suppose you could talk to the older students, the juniors, the seniors, or whatever, and get their old exams. But I don't think that's commonplace in high school. Basically when it comes to studying and doing well, it's basically a mindset. It's something that you have to want to do. It's almost like playing defense in the NBA. It's a mindset. It's something that you just have to will your way to do it. There's no other way around it. Getting back to the exam, basically, I look at this as like an analogy between a pitcher and a batter in professional baseball. When the batter is facing the pitcher for the first time, the pitcher has the advantage because the batter doesn't know what to look for. He doesn't know what kind of pitcher he is. I mean, he has an idea whether he's a power pitcher or a finesse pitcher or whatnot, but until you actually see the ball coming out of his hand and spinning and rotating and darting in and out, you really have no idea what you're dealing with. When it comes to exams, it's the exact same scenario. So it starts after the batter has faced the pitcher many times, 10, 12 times, whatever. They have an idea of what's going on. They have an idea of what the pitcher is going to throw in certain situations, and things become a lot easier. And it's no different with examinations in high school or college. I look for the first exam. That's very, very important, very critical, because I really look forward to it because it gives you an idea of what you're going to see for the rest of the semester. I look for the exam. What kind of exam is it? Usually they're multiple choice, or a little fill in the blanks or whatever, combination, essays, whatever. And so I look for that, and I look at what kind of questions do they ask. Are they critical questions? Are they basically, what is the teacher looking for? I mean, what kind of, so that's basically the most important thing is the exam. Learning how to read the exam, and knowing that the teacher is going to probably ask you the same type of questions for the rest of the semester. This will give you a good idea, a good mindset going forward. Once you've taken the first exams, 2, 3 exams, you have a very good idea of what to expect. And so you can see, the teacher's going to ask this. The teacher's kind of sneaky. He's going to ask this question. He's going to ask a backdoor question on this and that. And so I learned that as the semester progressed, things actually got easier because you get your routines down, and the teacher can't throw any surprises at you because you know what's coming. And so that's for me, working backwards, working from the exam, and knowing how to work with that actually helps me quite a bit because it gives me a focus. It gives me and it lowers my stress levels a little bit too. If you know what's going to be an exam, you're not going to be so stressed. If your stress is you're stressed because of the unknown. That's the only time you get stressed is when you're in your unfamiliar territory. If you know exactly what's coming on the exam, you're not going to be scared. You're not going to be nervous. So it's really that simple. It's just familiarizing yourself, going into a class with a strategy, knowing you're going to be tested, knowing how you're going to be tested, and having an idea of what the teacher is looking for on an exam. I think just thinking about it and knowing these things ahead of time really, really helps. Also, using the tools at your disposal. I mean, there's no substitute for plain old studying. I mean, there's millions and millions of videos on YouTube right now on, the basics, using highlighters and making flashcards. I did all those things. One of the most, if it was something that I really, really needed to know, it was really, really critical, I would actually write it down on a piece of paper and post it on the wall so that every day I would walk past that wall and I would see it and I would read it and I would try to commit it to memory. If it was a lot of stuff, usually that was when I had a lot of facts to memorize, but that's like an extreme case and I wouldn't expect the average person to do that. I'm just kind of funny and I'm not afraid to do those things. But I did all those things, nowadays, they've got apps, they've got computers, websites that can help you to study, which is fine today. I didn't have those things when I was in school. But I mean, nowadays kids have their tablets and smartphones at their disposal, and I think those things can be useful. I'm not familiar with any of the apps, unfortunately, because it's been a long time since I've been in school, but I can talk about what I've experienced personally. Most of us are in school because we have to be, not because we want to be. Most of the subjects we're taking, we don't have a passion for, and it's boring. And you're just like, okay, let's just take this class so we can move on. So I can get my degree, get my job, get paid, and so on and so forth. Read. Get yourself, eat right, sleep right, and put yourself in a position where you can succeed and do well on your examination. But I mean, really, it's all about the exam. I mean, there's nothing else counts. That's the only thing that the teacher is basing a grade on is that exam. So I mean, that's what it all boils down to. Is just the test. Sorry for the pajamas. It's been a long time. It's 2:00 in the morning right now, and I can't sleep. So I figured I'd do a video, and I was like, hopefully I can do more videos in the future. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.